I found out about the concept of fucking like circumcision.
Oh,
I was
I
like,
remember
yo,
that. I remember that. And we
I
were,
was like, homie, why your dick look like
yeah,
that?
and we were comparing dicks, man. I remember that.
I'm
Okay,
recording. Solid.
we're
So,
good.
we're good. First official full-length episode of the No Morals
Okay.
podcast. Live.
Live.
I probably wait. Bro, actually, we need to plug our Twitter now that we're like recording an episode. Like,
Yeah, we should
guys,
plug
if you're
that.
listening to this at No Morals Podcast on Twitter, follow us. You won't regret it, for real.
It's pretty funny, man.
It's pretty good, man.
Oh,
like-
some of the shit we were tweeting, it's just a joke. I woke up one day. And I go on the Twitter and I look at like one of the posts and it's just full of porn.
Bro,
And I
did you
look
see
at it
me?
and I'm
Did you see me at Lena the Plug?
like, yeah, you followed her on the account, man.
Oh yeah, my bad. I just started following people on the account because I was like, damn, this account's kind of dry. Like, I need some content to look at, aside from ours.
Man, we were just going off on the freaking Twitter, and like we're just gonna continue to do that.
Oh, for
Like,
sure.
bro,
Just
I
tweet every day.
Man, I was so funny because you said, "Oh yeah, we made a Twitter account." I don't remember what day you made it on. It was like maybe like Wednesday. Wednesday, I think. you made it
Probably.
on. And you told me you made it, and so I went on. I logged in, and I was looking at your tweets. I was like, "This is so funny," and I was dying. And so I was like, "Let me just upload something whack." And so I upload the horse one.
Mm-hmm.
And
You don't
'cause
have
was
to
the
say
1st
what
of
it is because
October.
people will have to go look it up themselves, bro.
Yeah.
The
It was
horse
so-
one is good enough.
I was, bro, I was dying so. That was probably the funniest thing I've ever posted on social media in my life. Like that was.
I like how we
And
just
then-
have like a tolerance to that kind of stuff. Like you
Yeah.
just open the app, there's just some really disturbing shit, and it's just like, yeah, Alden just tweeted something today, the usual.
Every time I go onto the Twitter, it's either you've tweeted something or I'm about like you tweet something and then I tweet something. So whenever I'm going on, it's like I always see something that you've posted, and I'm just like, oh my god.
Bro, we've only had the account for like a couple days, and there's already so many good tweets on there.
I know, it's the worst part is that we posted all the funniest stuff and we're not even big. Like
Yeah,
I think we
exactly.
were
No one's
big
gonna
and then
see it.
Nobody's ever gonna see that shit. It's almost like if we get big and the Twitter blows up, we should like delete and then like start reposting some of the old shit.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
for
it's
sure.
so funny, man.
Nah, bro, but like it's sad that those polls and stuff that we posted, like no one's gonna answer them. Like
I
we
literally
post
posted
polls and like 2 people voted.
I posted a poll today and I literally messaged my friend and I was like, "Can you vote just so that it doesn't look so bad?"
This is so sad. 0% on all of them. Oh,
Man, and I
It
got
is kinda
it's so funny. The polls were fun. I like doing the polls. Like, oh man, the favorite. What was it? Favorite word for when you're off the gas. I
Oh,
just put
yeah.
A bunch of. I was.
Bussin'.
I was off the
TT'd.
gas too. Bro, I was not very conscious when I tweeted that. I woke up the next morning and I was like, "Bro, what the fuck?" But I was like, "It's funny. I'll leave it out." TT
Yeah, I
won.
got you, bro. Yeah, TT'd won by like what, 2 votes? Because no one else voted for anything else.
TT. I think I put TT'd, but I think it's just TT because it just means two turned, right?
Yeah,
So I don't know why
I
I,
don't know,
added the
man.
D, but I was lit as fuck when I tweeted that. I was
Yeah,
like,
it doesn't matter, bro. I don't think anyone knows what TT'd means anyways. Like, I've never heard that expression until you said it.
I never heard that expression either until I was hanging out with this hood man type dude, and that
Just
was
this
it was
hood
the,
man,
the-
bro.
It was the time when I was like hella crossed, right? And I was like, "Bro, I'm so fucked up." And he was like, "You're TT bomb." And I thought that was the funniest shit ever. And so since then, I've just use TT'd whenever
It's
I
really
look
good,
at
man.
it.
It's a great
yeah,
word. I mean,
It
it's
means,
two
and then
words.
I looked it up, and it means to turned. So
Yeah.
it's decent. My favorite one is
It's up there.
It's up there. TT'd, bussin',
Tweaking.
geeked, tweaking.
Yeah. Honestly,
If you're a
bussin'
rocker.
is really good.
Bussin's
Bussin'
my
is
favorite.
always good, man. Like, it doesn't matter
Bussin'
what
is-
you're on, if you're just like, yo, he's bussin', bro. Like, that's just, it just fits any scenario.
It's my favorite one by far. My favorite one. It just goes with anything you're on. Like if you're drunk, high, you're on some fucking speed ass drugs.
You can
You just
always
say,
be
"Oh
bussin'.
yeah, I was bussin'." It just goes. It just flows with the sentence, you know.
Yeah, man. Wait. So we have to talk in this episode about like why we made this podcast in the first place, or leave like who we are, bro. Like, because we made a trailer, right? But it wasn't an introduction, so no one really knows anything about this podcast. But I think actually. Oh wait. Before we get into that, I need to tell you one story. There's one important thing I have to tell you. This funny shit. Then we can get into like the backstory and stuff like that. Dog, this friend of mine. Okay. Well, his mom is friends with my mom, right?
Okay.
And they've known each other for like years. I've known this dude for years, right? And his mom works as I can't really describe it, but basically she gets jobs for people and she kind of helps them out with situations. And she works with a very like broad group of people, but
Okay.
yeah, basically, she helps people get jobs, is the extent of that. And this woman came in, right? And she was dressed like, I don't want to say like a skank. But that's exactly what I'm going to say, bro. So she got like the fake leather, kind of like the pleather pants,
Oh
you know?
my god.
She got the stilettos. Okay. She got like just the bra and then a jacket over the bra, you know, that kind of thing.
What?
And then like the high kind of ponytail, the like really like whack makeup, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And this mom of my homie is asking some questions like, "Oh, what do you do at the moment?" And you know, it turns out she's a stripper. Not only a stripper, but like a cam girl, and other things, you know. She didn't directly say that she's like a prostitute, but that's kind of what she is. And she was just talking about some stuff, you know, just her life. And so what's the weird part is the mom is telling her son, so my homie, she's telling her son about this weird client that she had, right? And she's like, "Oh, you know, this girl came in, you know, blah, blah. She was dressed like this, you know, she was blah, blah." And her son, right, my homie, is just like, "Oh, yeah? What's her name?" Right? Which is just such a weird question to ask. Like, it's so irrelevant, right? And the mom's like, "Why do you need to know?" And he's like, no, Mom, just tell me her name, right? Like, what's the deal with it, right? And she's like, "Okay, whatever." So she tells him the name. And I'll have to bleep this out, but her name is right?
Okay.
And the homie of mine is like, "Oh, for real, what's her last name?" And the mom's like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "No, what's her last name? Like, what, for real, what's her last name? What does she look like? Does she have blonde hair?" And the mom's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "What's her last name?" And the mom's like, it's... And then she says it, right? And my homie is like, to his mom, he's like, "Oh, I know her." And she's like, "You know her? Why?" And he's like, "Oh, she's a famous stripper here." And she's like, "She's what?" And he's like, yeah, like around here. She's like a totally famous stripper. Like everyone knows her. And his mom was like, "Why do you know a stripper?" And he's like, "Oh, like I purchased her once for like a session."
Oh my god.
And he says this to his mom, right? He's like, yeah, I bought her once. Like me and the homies, we bought her once for like a session.
Wait. Is this... You may have to bleep this out, but is this the same one for like the
Yes.
prostitute?
Yes.
It's the
Yes. Yes.
same one?
It's the same one. It's the same one.
Those...
With the limousine and everything, right?
Yeah, the pics from that were so funny.
Exactly.
It
so,
was that
bro,
one?
the homie of mine, he knows her now because since he ordered her last time, they actually like DM'd and stuff. And she's like, "Oh, do you want to come back again? You know, blah blah, that kind of shit, you know." So they were just talking, and he just knows her, and he just says to his mom, he's like, "Yeah, I know her. She's like a famous stripper, bro." His mom was geeking, bro. She was so confused. She was like, "Yo, why do you know the stripper? Why did you order a stripper?" Dude, the homie was 17 years old when he ordered the stripper. Bro. You're not even allowed to order a stripper when you're 17.
I remember those pics though. That was so funny, man.
That was funny, bro, for real.
And
then so his mom hits up my mom, and she's like, Did you know that they ordered a stripper and like blah blah?" And my mom was like, "Huh?"
Oh no.
She was like, "What?" And then she's like, "Yeah, for blah blah's birthday, right?" And my mom comes downstairs and she's like, "Marcus, were you at blah blah's birthday?" And I was like, And she was just like, "Did you know about this stripper thing?" And I was like,
Oh no.
How do I say this? Yes. Bro, and then my mom was geeking and his mom was geeking, and like it spread around so quickly, so now all my homies' parents know about it. And like all the homies' parents are like, "Oh my god, can you believe this? Our kids ordered a stripper when they were 17." And I was like, bruh. Bruh.
That's just so funny. So that's the talk of the town.
Bro, yeah, honestly, now it's
Especially
just
amongst your parents. Oh my god.
it's just the gossip, bro, for real.
It's the parent
But it's like,
gossip.
what's the big deal, bro? That's her job, dog. Dog, but it's so weird. Like, I didn't think about how weird the coincidence was until afterwards. Like, straight up, a random woman comes into the office. She says she's a stripper, right? And this homie of mine immediately is just like, "What's her name?" Like, bro, that's such a weird question to ask. And then it turns out that it's literally the same one. Like, what are the chances that a random stripper is going to be the same stripper you had at a birthday party a year back? Like, there's probably like thousands of strippers in this city, right?
Just the
if not
one stripper,
tens
man.
of thousands, right? Like, how can it be the same one?
I don't know, man. Maybe she's
It's
just
insane.
got the fattest ass in town, and so everybody orders her.
She do, bro. She do. I know. We all seen it, fam. Oh, jeez, bro. Whack, bro.
That is funny. That is a good story. I like that story.
Oh, yeah. Also, like, she's kind of sus. Like, she's a stripper, right? But she just offered to give him, like, some dome anyways. You know? Like, at the...
Oh, really?
She was like...
Did he
She was
take
straight
it?
up like, "Oh, you want some dome?" And the homie of mine was just, you know... He was just being a bitch. So, like, he was like, "Nah." You know, he was scared. He was also like, "Bruh, it's this random stripper. Like, I don't want to catch the high five, bro, or the
Yeah.
random ass like diseases." But yeah, she was like straight up. She would have just given him dome in the back seat of this limousine.
Would
like,
you have
for
done
no
it?
extra charge because it was already paid in advance.
Would you have done it?
If she offered to me,
Yeah.
hell yeah. What do you mean, bro? What kind of man would I be if I turned down some free dome? Like, she been around, but that ain't an issue.
Bro, you're gonna catch the clap, man.
God damn, bro.
That's so funny.
Yeah, man.
Bro, that's pretty fucking crazy, man. At least you got something interesting going on in your life, or at least talk going on in your life. I don't really got much.
Yeah, man.
Do you want to talk about why we started the podcast before I get into the drug story?
Yeah, actually, true. We should get
Because
into why we.
the reason we started this thing, do you remember how we started? And the initial plan was to call this podcast Drugcast. That was the initial
we did
plan.
want to call it that.
And it was like we were gonna do each episode where we're like bussing on different substances.
Yeah, bussing on anything, bro.
We're still gonna do that, but we'll incorporate more of like this stuff too, like, you know.
Oh, for sure.
But like when
we'll have more diversity.
Yeah, we'll have more diversity for sure. But like when I see you or you come to Canada next or whatever, like we'll try and slot in a couple episodes where we're like pretty.
For sure, man.
Pretty fucked up, yeah. So that was the initial plan. It was to call this Drugcast, and we're gonna rate different substances on the podcast, and like
we were gonna
see how
like
we
try
were.
out different illegal substances.
that was the
and
plan.
then just rate the experience and have conversations while we're bussing.
Yeah, we're still gonna do that though. Don't worry, we'll still do that. We'll just have we'll have normal conversation ones, but we're definitely gonna slot in over the next while different things.
I think we decided we need something a bit more sustainable, like something like we can't bring out a Drugcast weekly because
we'd be addicted.
Honestly, I mean, there's no issue with the actual consumption. It's just that we don't have the money, bro.
Yeah, no, I don't have the money to be.
Like, I don't have the money to buy drugs every week.
I know.
And then different ones each time. That's even worse because then like sometimes you got to pay more, sometimes you got to pay less. It's like a hassle. So it's less sustainable if we were to do that from the beginning.
But when we'll figure out certain ones we can do when we're like in person, I think it'd be best to do it like when we're like visiting each other. So that won't be for a little bit. Maybe we could do certain ones apart. That would be on the phone, but we should save like the really fun ones for in person.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, like, we'll figure it all out behind the scenes, right?
Yeah,
like
we'll figure that out.
We'll keep this information to ourselves and then figure it all out. And
we'll just drop.
We'll talk about it in a future episode or on our Twitter. Follow us. No Morals Podcast.
The
shameless plug.
Yeah, man. Yeah. We'll just drop some banging episodes, and then like in there we'll just slide in some really like fucked up shit just for fun. But yeah,
honestly, I mean, we thought about that idea when we were just calling because we call all the time, anyways. Like these episodes are just what we do on a regular basis.
Yeah,
but
we were doing this like we were calling like twice a week, 3 times a week before. We just weren't recording anything.
Sure.
And we were having the funniest conversations. So that's why we decided we should record because it was funny what we were talking about.
Yeah. Actually, have we talked about like generally where we're from and stuff like that?
I mean,
because I feel like there might be a little confusion. So basically, in case you haven't read the description of our podcast, because it says it on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and stuff like that, but Alden lives in Toronto, Canada, and I live in Vienna, Austria. So we're like quite a distance apart.
Yeah.
That's a couple thousand kilometers right there. And I moved away when I was like 7 or something like that.
I think you were like 6.
Yeah, 6 or 7, something like that.
You were pretty young.
So I mean, I can't explain exactly why that would take up way too much time, but essentially, like, my dad found a job here, and we decided to move over. We thought we were going to stay here for like a year or 2, and then we just liked it here. We were like, yeah, this is vibing, bro. Like, this is sick living in Europe. And then we decided to stay. And yeah, I mean, we've been there ever since. It's been like 10 years. Well, 12 years, actually. If I moved when I was 6.
It's been a while. It's
pretty
been a
dope.
long time.
But obviously, me and the homie, Alden, hang out every summer.
Stuff
like that,
man.
anyways. Every summer, bro.
Every summer.
Like, that's most of the reason why I even come back there.
Man, like, we would come back, and we always end up doing some dumb-ass stuff every single
summer,
year.
bro. We're always doing some dumb shit, bro. For real. Like, ever since we were young, we just, like, knew we were destined to be retarded.
Oh, we've done, like, man. Like, do you want me to tell one of the stories?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Okay.
Go for it.
I don't even know if we should put this in the podcast, but I'll just tell you anyways, because it's funny. But
If it's really bad, I'll cut it out. But I'm sure it'll be fine. It can't be worse than what we post on our Twitter at No Morals Podcast.
Okay, there's nothing worse than our Twitter. But we'll. So, do you remember? I don't know if you remember, but do you remember the time we took a shit in your grandmother's garden? Do you remember that?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I have a vague recollection of
Okay,
this.
so we just I remember taking a shit in your grandmother's garden, like the backyard garden.
Mm-hmm.
And then she comes out. And I'm just taking a shit in her garden, man. And she's like, "Oh my god, don't do that. Oh my god." And then comes and takes me inside to the washroom, man. And she plays it off so cool, but I guarantee, call up your grandmother right fucking now and be like, "Do you remember the time Alden took a shit in your garden?" And it'll give her
she'll be like,
Vietnam
"Yeah."
flashbacks, man. She is definitely so traumatized from that day.
Yo, I'm gonna call up Teresa right now, bro. For real. We should get her on the podcast. We should do a whole episode where we just interview my grandma and all the traumatic experience she's had to deal with because of us. Because 90% of the time we hung out, it was at her house.
Yeah.
We always went to my grandma's house, and we always just, I don't know, we abused my grandpa and her, just mentally.
But I remember
my
that.
grandpa he's so nice too. He can't say no to anything. So we're like, yo, grandpa, can you drive us to the skate park? And then can you drive us to the corner store? And can you drive us to and he would just do everything and take us anywhere. Bro.
They would do anything to keep us happy. And you know what a prime example of just saying fuck it is? And then they would do anything to keep us happy? Their basement. Man,
bro,
there's
basement.
Paint all over the walls,
all over.
You guys finger painted on every wall in the basement.
Yeah, literally, what was going through their mind? They were like, yo, here's some retarded kids and a bucket of paint. Just go at it, bro.
And there's handprints and random smiley faces, and the basement is just disaster of just painting all over the wall, paintings and drawings on the wall.
It just looks dope.
It is dope. It's a vibe, but damn,
Yeah.
They really just let us destroy their basement.
Yeah, it looks like an isolation cell for a psychopath. It looked like someone who had extreme issues was locked in a basement and just started drawing there's a dragon and stuff on the wall and just some weird shit, bro. Yeah, that basement is a wreck, dude. I remember one summer, dog. This has nothing to do with anything, but my grandpa, we couldn't get in the basement, and I guess I don't think you were there, but my brother and we were yo, we can't get in the basement, blah blah, and the door was stuck, the handle had somehow gotten stuck, and the other side of the handle I think fell off, so there was literally no way of twisting it open.
Oh shit!
Right, and my grandpa just comes in like a fucking badass, walks down the stairs, and just kicks the door in. He just kicks the door in. It just breaks, right.
That's something you would do
right off
too.
the hinges. And then he just picks the door up, places it to the side, and he's like, "Oh, you guys can go in now." And then he just walks back upstairs and starts making himself food. Bro,
That man is
he
a
has
champ.
zero fucks to give in the world.
Oh my god. Between, okay, so we had the garden story that we told.
Yeah.
That one was funny because I think you did it first, and I was like, oh, let me do it. And
Oh,
then,
yeah,
I was just wiping my
Solid.
ass with some leaves, bro, and then your grandma walks out, and
Why would
she
we
was,
do that?
Bro, I don't
There's
know.
no reason.
I got an
Bro,
even funnier
actually-
one. I got an even funnier one. But
Okay,
actually,
yeah,
it's not.
go
It's
for it,
not
go for it.
incorporating us though. It's not about us. It's actually about Tom.
Okay, yeah.
But what we did is we were with Tom, and there was a backyard party you guys were having at the place, at the
Oh,
grandparents. So
oh,
you
I
and
know where this is
we
going.
went into the basement washroom, and
Yeah.
we there was like blinds in the toilet, just above the
I
toilet in the
know, I
basement,
know. I
and
was literally about to tell the same
we
thing.
moved the
Right?
okay,
Oh,
okay, look, we moved the blinds across in the basement washroom so you could see in from like ground level. We move it
yeah.
across, and then we went and told Tom, I think I'm remembering this correctly, we said, go look in there. And so he goes
Hmm.
down and starts looking in the thing, and there's like a
Yeah.
old ass lady on the toilet. Tom's looking in the washroom watching this old lady, and then we called your grandmother and said he's looking at the lady, and then your grandmother was like, oh, peeping Tom. And we completely framed your brother, man.
We set him up, bro. We set him up for real. Oh, we're some narcs, bro.
We literally
We're
set
like,
up
yo,
your
yo,
brother.
homie, just look down there real quick. And this old ass lady is just taking a piss. And he's just looking through the window like, huh?
And then we called your grandmother over and got him in trouble for it.
Bro, we're some assholes, bro, for real.
That was so funny. And then the running joke after that was peeping Tom.
Yeah, bro.
And that was
Oh
so
my god.
funny. That was one of my like, and there was like a whole backyard party going on. And in amongst this backyard party, you and I are just being perverts.
Because we were looking in too. Like, it wasn't just him.
Yeah, no.
Like, we just occasionally walked by and just looked in to see what's going on. Just some old ass women using the toilet, bro. And like, for sure, some of them noticed that we were hanging out there, but they were just too polite to say anything.
Yeah.
Because like, who would go to like the host of a party and just be like, "Oh, your grandchildren are spying on me"? Like, that's whack.
Your grandchildren are spying on me while I take a shit.
Bro, what's wrong with us for real?
Like, let me think of, like, those ones were funny, because those ones both involve potty jokes, and we like potty jokes. But was there any other
Yeah,
ones that we
we're
did that
immature
were,
as hell.
yeah, was there any other ones that we did that weren't complete potty jokes? Like, I remember, oh, fuck,
Well, I
what,
think, like, no cap, this has nothing to do with the story at all, right, or anything, but I remember we were just retarded in general, and I remember one summer when we were, like, pretty young, you explained the concept of, like, skinny dipping, and, like, polar bearing. You were like, yo, if we go out at, like, 6 a.m.,
yeah.
before anyone's away at the cottage.
Yeah,
You're like, yo,
yeah.
if we go out like really early before the grandparents are awake and we just go for like a swim naked in the lake. And I was just like, yo, that sounds like a banging idea. Like, I was like, that's so dope. And then we just straight up did. We got up like really early. And like, when you think about it, we could have just drowned at like 6 a.m. and no one would have noticed.
Because it's like a river
But, like,
lake, too. Like, there's a current and everything.
Yeah, there's a current, but we would have ended up at like the you know how like the river turns into a lake later on,
Yeah. We would
and
end
it
up
goes
in
through that like
we would end up in the town at the bottom naked at like 10 years old. Just imagine
Bro.
two 10-year-olds naked just standing in down like the town of like, what was the town again?
Kobakonk.
Kobakonk.
Yeah,
Two 10-year-olds naked in downtown Kobakonk.
just busting, bro.
But we luckily didn't. But I remember there was also another time we ran outside and we tried to do it at night. And we had like flashlights on us. And we just ran outside naked with flashlights and tried to go swimming. And it was like cold. And so we like gave up, I think. I'm not sure. I think we
Yeah,
were.
probably.
I think that was the same.
It would have
the
been
same
mad
trip.
cold.
Yeah. And there was also one time it was like it started to hail while we were out swimming. So we're both just getting bodied by like these golf ball hails coming down. But we were just absolute. We were built different. We didn't even care. We just kept swimming.
We were just units, bro.
We were swimming in hail, and the hail was like thick, and we're just swimming in
Yeah,
it like
man.
it was nothing.
Bro, the cottage has some great memories, dog.
Oh, I know.
Dude, I remember. This is so fucked up. But I remember one time we were just sitting in the back seat of my grandma's car, just for like no reason, and they were like in the house packing stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for no reason, we were just like we just randomly just took our pants and underwear off. We're just sitting in the back of the car. And that was like, cause I was like a tiny ass kid. That was the first time I found out about the concept of fucking like circumcision.
Oh,
I was
I
like,
remember
yo,
that. I remember that. And we
I
were,
was like, homie, why your dick look like
yeah,
that?
and we were comparing dicks, man. I remember that.
I was like, yo, why your dick look like that? You were like, it's circumcised. I was like, huh?
I remember that. That is
What?
I swear to God, we've been so sus since day one. But I remember comparing dicks and being like, "Why does yours look like that and mine looks like this?"
We were the sussest kids, bro. We're just sitting in the car, butt ass naked,
Yeah.
just comparing like, yo,
Dicks.
why you got skin there? Why you don't got skin there?
Two like young little kids just comparing dicks in the backseat of a car while the grandparents drive.
That's just how it be, bro.
That's
just how
homie
it
love
be.
right there. That's homie love.
That's that homosexuality, bro.
We're not
That's
sus,
the
we're
definition of
homosexual.
homosexual, bro.
Bro, we've had so many stories like that where we're just like, looking back on it, it's so funny.
Bro, honestly, like, no cap, we've both always just been sus. I remember for some reason, I have this, like, really kind of, like, vivid recollection of you, like, one summer, I was just, like, at your place, or you were at my place, something, and I was just like, bro, what should we do? And I distinctly remember saying, we should do something sketchy. And you just look at me and you're like, how about anal?
I have a vague memory of that.
And you were like, that's sketchy, isn't it? And I was like, huh?
Wait, was
Bro.
I thinking of anal between the two of us or just like on our own?
Bro, you tell me, bro.
I don't even remember.
Neither of us will ever know.
That's probably a good thing.
But yeah, that was just sus from day one, bro. We've always just been, like, mad sus. You know, it's aight, bro.
That it
It's
was
aight.
funny. We would do some dumb ass stuff like the cottage memories. Like almost like I would love to get your grandma on the podcast and do like a whole episode just dedicated to dumb stuff that
Bro,
we've done at the cottage.
straight up. She could tell so many stories, bro.
Like we've
Like,
done.
it
some,
would be so funny.
Do you remember
And
like
it's even funnier because she has a Scottish accent, so it just sounds like Shrek is telling our childhood. Oh my god.
Shrek
No,
just
for
giving
real,
us?
it would be so funny. Honestly, though, I think if she heard any of these episodes / saw anything we posted on any social media, she would probably have a heart attack. My
Okay, we don't
grandma,
wanna
when
kill
she
the
was
lady.
younger, she was like really good looking. Like,
Oh,
she
yeah,
was
no, she's still
super
hot.
attractive. Hey, yo, hey, yo,
Yo, I'm
hey.
your grandmother.
Dog, she's like pushing 80 for real.
She's already in 80, man. Your grandmother
Oh.
is the best though. Like she was like literally my grandmother too. Like damn, that house, man, brings back some fond memories.
Yeah, for
Good.
sure, man. Dude, we should go back up to that cottage at some point.
We should do it,
just
like-
head.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah, just, it's still there. It's still the same. We could just chill up there for a while.
Yeah, we'll just do grown up activities this time. We'll just get lit and then go skinny dipping.
Yeah, this time, drugs and women. This time we can't be on that homosexual shit. This
Yeah,
time we
no.
gotta get some women
we
and
have
some
to
bitches
we have
out
to
there,
go
bro.
the exact opposite of last time to counteract the susness that we've done.
Yeah, we gotta get some, like, we gotta go skinny dipping with some women, bro, and, like, counteract the fact that we were sus for so many years. Bro, okay, on the topic of sus, right? Genuine question, right? Because I've been thinking about this. I was thinking, picture a woman, so like both transgendered, a woman with a cock, like a transgendered man who transitioned into a woman, and then the opposite, a dude with a coochie.
Okay.
Right? I'm like, it's safe to assume that I would fuck the woman with the dick, like easy, before the dude with the coochie, right? So does the appearance matter more than the genitalia? Or would
Oh.
you fuck the dude with the pussy because he has a pussy?
But is he like actually a dude with a pussy?
Well, yeah. Let's just like
Like
if
he's a
let's
dude,
just
dude.
imagine.
He's just got a pussy. Oh.
So just imagine like that, just a dude, a manly dude, but he got a pussy, bro, or a really hot chick, but she got a cock. Which
Oh.
one of them you fucking?
The cock one. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna smash a dude.
That's what I mean, bro. Because she technically is the dude. Because she transitioned from a dude, but somehow it matters more that she looks like a woman than the fact that she got a cock.
But like I don't want to like. Yeah. No. Yeah. I don't want to like be smashing and be like, damn, this coochie fire, and then I look up and it's like this hairy, muscular man with like a jawline better than mine. Like, oh yeah, you like that? Like, holy
Oh,
shit!
yeah.
I would be shitting my pants.
But so like you wouldn't mind you're hitting this like man dude, this man woman chick dick, and like
So
you don't
it's
like
anal.
the dick just doesn't matter. Like it's not in like it doesn't.
Well, I mean, it's anal. Like we're doing anal, I guess. Obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, like honestly, I wouldn't. I'd rather be celibate, but if I had to choose, I'd choose the woman with the dick. Cause like,
solid.
yeah, I don't want to like, cause like no matter what it is, like when you think about it, if you're smashing the dude with the coochie,
It's still more of a dude.
he's more dude than he is woman. He's only got one woman thing on him, right? Whereas it's like the woman has all woman things except one man thing.
Yeah.
So it's like a ratio kind of thing.
Yeah. Bro, honestly, no one can call us like trans or homophobic after this.
No, they
So
can't.
we just said we would fuck a transgender
we both
dude.
just agreed that we would fuck a transgender if we had to.
But we also like we're breaking these gender norms, right? We just both confirmed that the appearance is more important than the cock,
Yeah.
right? 'Cause
Yeah.
if it looks like a woman, then it's a woman, right? In my
Exactly.
eyes.
Yeah.
If it looks like a woman, it's a woman.
Mhm.
Dick, don't matter.
Exactly. So you know what? Now nobody can say that we are not LGBTQ plus friendly. Nobody
Bro,
can say
did you
that.
see what I sent you? Did you see
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
sent
yeah,
you,
yeah, yeah.
bro?
Is it the premium version? The LGBTQ plus? Is it the premium version of gay?
Shout out to the homie Allen, bro, for sending that dumb shit, bro.
Man.
Oh man. But like, okay, actually, on the topic, you know how like if you're a woman and you want to transition into like a dude, technically, like with the new science, they can like grow you a dick. Okay. Well, after some technical difficulties, we're back.
I'm not used to this shit.
No, I think we left off with the growing a cock.
Yeah.
Did you?
Oh,
So
they can.
do you know about that? Like in a lab, they can basically grow a dick and then like surgically attach it to you.
I did not. Is it fire cock though? Is
Bro,
it good
it is.
dick?
It
Or
must be
that-
fire, bro.
It's custom made cock.
It must
man.
be, bro. Cause like,
Honestly, I'd take it. Yeah.
bro, apparently, like I don't know what this is. Bro, the phrasing "I'll take it," like, I'll take some cock, bro. Nah.
I'll take some. See that's up for interpretation. It'll be I'll take it as I'll buy it. or
They
as,
already
I'll
know
take
you're
it as,
sus.
like,
They listen to you for a total of maybe like an hour now, and they know you're sus. Like, but not like. So apparently, I don't know. Okay, to be honest, I don't know if this is meant for like people who are transitioning from female to male, or if it's meant for people who like lost their fucking dick in like an explosion or something like that. But like either way, they can grow you a dick and it works. I don't know to what extent. I don't know if you can like get a boner or whatever, but like it works. And if you could just like get an extra dick, like if the doctor was like, yo, I can just grow you a dick, right? Where would you want them to attach it?
Bro, I want them to attach it on my nipples.
Just two?
Two, I'd get two. I'd have to pay two, but I get two on my nipples. I'd have
Bro.
cock tits.
I feel you, bro. So what style would you go for? Would you go for like a Caucasian? Oh, okay, okay. I feel
Black.
you. So like
Black.
like two girthy ones.
Two girthy ones.
Two girthy
yeah.
ones. Length?
Or I could length, like three.
Three what?
Feet.
Feet? Damn, bro, that's not a solid meter. That's a meter. Yeah.
Yeah, what even is a meter? Is it 3 feet?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
So like 3 feet each, girthy. Circumcised
black
or
as
uncircumcised?
fuck. I want one cut, one uncut.
Ah, variation. I like
yeah,
it.
I'm Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide.
I'm Mr. Dick Wide.
But like,
I get one cut, one uncut.
so like, you would kind of like, would you flaunt them or would you kind of keep them secret, and then when they take off your shirt, they're pleasantly surprised?
That's a good question. Well, it depends. Like,
would you cut holes in your shirt? Would you wear like a crop top so they kind of hang out underneath, or like?
would you wear a dick push up bra? Bro, imagine a dick push up bra.
Bro.
That's not a good visual, but you know, I kind of like it. No homo.
No homo.
I kind of like it, but I'd probably hide it in secret, and then like I whip it out when I'm like with a girl.
Oh yeah.
And then like I'd be smashing her, and then I could like smash her with my right dick, my left dick, and my dick, like my normal dick. So she couldn't complain about like me having a small dick anymore, because like I know it's small, but now I got two black dicks on my chest, bitch. Like, and then like I could time it so I could bust at the same time for all three of them, so she'll get like a 3-shot.
I didn't think
she'll
about
never
that,
have to have an
You
an
only
orgy,
have
like,
one set of balls, so you'd have to bust at the same time, wouldn't you?
well, like, does the semen go up from my balls to my nipples where my dick is? Like, that's a long tube.
Well, it's a long tube. But would you have a separate pair of balls too? Can they?
Yeah,
can they like grow balls in a lab?
Well, how else are they gonna grow a cock? Can't grow a cock without balls.
Well, they can.
Bro, these scientists are on some GG ass shit, bro.
Well, these scientists are tweaking. They could have just taken those dildos with a suction cup and just stuck it on.
Yeah.
Like that would have been so much more advanced technology, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think there are people who probably like lost their dick to some crazy circumstances and they just need like a new one. Well, then again, why wouldn't they just get one transplanted from like someone who recently died or something like that?
Imagine getting an old person's cock. Just take that in. Imagine getting this wrinkly old dick that like barely works. But like, think of all the mileage on that cock. Like,
that bitch got 300,000 miles, bro.
That shit's got mileage, man.
Oh,
like,
shit.
if a girl's like, yeah, your dick game's weak, be like, yeah, but it's got a lot of mileage.
Got that mileage, bro. Like a 67 Chevy Impala, bro. It's been around. My dick's traveling, bro. Damn, man, I think we covered like a lot of the things we wanted to talk about. Like, we can wrap the episode up in a sec. But like, yeah, essentially, just to summarize again, because like, I don't know if we really went into it. Like, we just made this podcast because we're geeking all the time.
Yeah, pretty
Essentially,
much.
like literally, we just have phone calls on the regular, and we were like, we should record these phone calls, and that's literally what we're doing right now.
That's but this is just us catching up after a week of not talking and just all the dumb things that we do related to substances, weird situations, women, and we just roast everything that goes on in our life and make
Bro,
fun of
we spent
everything
like
that
an
goes
hour making
on.
fun of ourselves, bro. We were just like,
Like
yo,
we
we
make
were
fun
so
of
sus.
we just tell stories, we make fun of ourselves, other people. It's all a joke, but we always have a good time just literally flaming everything that happens in our life and getting lit and doing dumb shit along the way.
Yeah, man.
That's just how it is.
That's just how it is.
We just try and
Honestly.
have a good time and then we talk about it on the podcast.
Bro. And next time we'll try to be more geeked. Next time we'll
Yeah.
be drunk.
Next time we'll try and do a podcast drunk or something.
Yeah, like if anyone like listening thought like, oh, this is more of like a tame episode, yeah, like we weren't trying to be super funny or anything. We were just like literally trying to explain the backstory and stuff. Like we really didn't plan anything for this. We just wanted to talk about the creation of this podcast and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
this was a simple episode. And it's also the first episode, so like
Yeah.
we're not trying to go too crazy on the first episode, and
Nah.
people are like, "Wow, these guys are sexist, racist,
Yeah.
homophobic."
Bro, anyone who thinks that based on our trailer we're like extremely sexist, we are.
Yeah, we are.
No. Listen. I've actually heard this from a few homies. They were like, yo, I listened to the trailer. It was mad funny. But don't you think you'll be perceived as, like, sexist? Like, listen.
That's the point.
It just happened that in that one episode, we made fun of women more often than anyone else. But
Yeah.
no one is spared when no one is spared from our like dumb roasts and shit like that. Like it happened to be women one day, it'll be someone else the next day.
It just
So,
happened to be women that
don't
day.
tweak over that.
Yeah, it happened to be women that day, and that just happened to also be the first upload, but nobody is spared. Like, we were just talking mad shit about how we were sus when we were little kids. Like, nobody is spared on this podcast, so you best believe we will go after everyone in every single situation.
Yeah, man.
This was a tame one. Trust me, next one we'll be going sicko mode. Like, we'll probably just end up roasting white dudes or something. I don't know. Next episode.
We'll probably end up in our closet.
What the end of the episode? We're both gonna be like, we'll be so wasted. We'll be slurring our speech like crazy.
Yeah, for real, dog. Alright, well, that's a perfect place to end the episode.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you'll tune into our next episodes in the future. Yeah, that's it. Thanks. Bye.